Who are e-bikes for? They're for everybody. Whether you're thin and small or large and tall, whether you're young or old, male or female, it does not matter. It actually doesn't matter whether you're new to mountain biking or have massive experience. The thing with e-biking is it mixes it up on so many levels. On ability, on fitness, and on terrain. Ultimately, you choose. Look, we live in a mountain bike world that is increasingly dominated by the uplift and the bike park. We go to the Alps and we run the chairlift by day, cruise to the bottom, sip flat whites, eat burgers, and then I get guys coming up to me in vans and saying, nah mate, that e-bike's not for me, I don't need an e-bike. But need has got nothing to do with it whatsoever. Like I said earlier, it's about fun. Are e-bikes fun? I still find that are e-bikes fun a ridiculous question. I mean, does this look fun? So Josh Bryceland, Hannah Barnes, I mean, maybe that's a bit too hard hitting for you. So, well, how about a bit of this action then? All right, I hear you say it's not physical enough. Well, there's always a bit of this, the Tour of Mont Blanc. I can tell you that was physical. Ah yes, kids. I hear you saying, where's all the kids' e-bike? Where's the kids' e-bike action? Well, there's plenty of it. So what type of e-mountain biker are you? Well, maybe you've not even got an e-mountain bike yet. Or maybe you're simply hanging out with your dad who happens to be a 10-time world downhill champion who now rides e-mountain bikes professionally. Or maybe you're actually just a bunch of kids who've gone and taken your mum and dad's bikes to have a good time. Kids, eh? But then again, why can't e-bikes be for kids? Great fun. I suppose on the other hand, you could be a seasoned downhiller looking to get away from the restrictions and the restraints of the timetables of bike parks. Or indeed, you could be a cross-country rider. You could even be an Olympic gold medalist cross-country rider.
For me, e-bike racing is harder than on a regular bike because you're so busy. You're just also fast, so fast uphill, fast in the trails which are flat.
Christoph Sauser, Olympic cross-country gold medalist, talking about how difficult riding e-bikes can be. And they can be. That famous old remark, well, I won't get an e-bike until I cannot get up the hills. But that's the thing, can you actually get up the hills that e-bikes allow you to conquer? The rock, the slab, these are the kind of places that e-bikes allow you to get to. These are the hills that you simply would not be able to climb on a traditional mountain bike. But you need the skill, so e-bikes then are for riders that want a challenge, a real challenge, all the feelings that go with it, adrenaline, exhaustion, technicality, and the subtle art of finding traction. But it need not be so grueling. E-bikes can simply be for people new to mountain biking, for those wanting to enjoy life and not suffer the pain associated with riding a mountain bike. Hills can be hell, but with an e-mountain bike you can, should you choose to, lessen the pain simply by hitting the button. So for people of all ages and abilities in any place in the world, e-bikes allow you to access parts of the countryside previously the domain of the super fit. Right, I just bumped into Sally, who's at a white dealer event. Sally, the question is, who are e-bikes for? You look like you're having a good time there.
I'd say they're for anybody that just wants to get out, have a bit more of a ride, not have to pedal uphill as much. It's pretty... Like, the ground you cover is ridiculous, and the stuff that you struggle on normally, and then where the bike takes you is just unbelievable.
Look at the smile. Just look at the smile. So you had two new hips, and you said earlier you missed 10 years of your life because your hips don't work.
Yeah. I did the first one, and then I weighed too much for the second one, and I lost 10 years. But now with the e-bike, with everything, it's another time. I am young now.
Roberto Vanassa, double hip replacement and back in the saddle after 10 years off a mountain bike. That goes to show another angle of what e-mountain bikes are for. Now, a lot of people complain that e-mountain bikes are expensive, and they can be just as expensive as traditional mountain bikes. But it depends what you want to use it for. Some e-mountain bikes start at about £1,000. Now, fire roads such as these are the perfect place to start your adventure, and you can do this on any e-bike starting from around £1,000. But should your confidence and skill level grow, you can actually dive off into something a bit more tricky. Now, that's a full-on downhill track, and obviously you'll need the machinery, the technicality, the skill to do such trails. And I just want to talk about the e-mountain bike actually, because what we ride on EMBN are pedelecs. Now, these are pedal assist electric cycles, which means the motor doesn't help you until you start pedaling, which contrasts to throttle electric mountain bikes, which simply go by turning the throttle. Pedal assist then, definitely the way to go if you're going to buy an electric bike. An e-mountain bike then takes away the fear of not being fit. It's a great alternative to the car. It can certainly help those with illnesses to stay fit, and it's definitely better than driving to work. So maybe take your wife for a spin. Maybe a spin with the kids, a spin to the pub, a spin to the shops, a spin to work, maybe a spin in the city. A spin for absolutely no reason at all. Maybe a bar spin, maybe a backflip, maybe a monster jump, maybe a stylish jump, an upside down jump, a dirty day, a dirty pedal, rock and route. E-mountain biking is for everybody. So e-mountain bikes then increasingly a big part of the mountain bike landscape. And it doesn't matter whether you're in the Alps or in a UK trail centre like I am today, e-bikes are definitely a big part of the scene. So you no longer need to feel like a kid in a skate park on a BMX bike. So if you want to know a bit more about e-mountain biking, have a look at our feature which we've done on hub drive versus mid drive, which tells you all about the different types of e-mountain biking at different budgets. Or if you want to know about how to demo your e-bike, like the demo going on here in the Forest of Dean today, check out the video which we've done here. Any questions, please let us know. More than happy to help. In the meantime, give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and if you want to see more e-mountain bike videos, hit the globe to subscribe.